Everyone. I just wanted to start off today by saying thank you to all of you for taking time out of your day to join me today for this webinar. We're going to go through a couple different products that focus on kind of those clients who are maybe looking for that long-term deferral. Um, we're going to go through 3 products pretty quickly today. So I'd ask that you just kind of jot down your questions, and then as I call you guys later today, first thing tomorrow, we can go through those questions on a one-on-one basis. It'll just be easier since we got a lot of people on the webinar today, just to maximize our time here today. And I know your guys' time is valuable, so we don't want to keep you guys too long. So as you got questions, just jot them down, and then I will follow up with each of you following the webinar. I'm going to start off today by talking about a couple different things. First of all, I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Laura Johnson. I work here at IAMS in the annuity department. Been with IAMS for close to 12 years, did several years in the new business side of the business, and now working on the sales side for going on 5 years now. So anytime you need help with any annuity cases, any case design, things like that, feel free to give me a shout. I'm happy to help you. I guess I will point out on the first screen here, our phone number up in the top right corner, 800-255-5055. I know there's been a lot of difficulties around the nation lately with the virus and stuff, but IAMS is still here for you. We are still working here, ready to answer your questions, help you with anything we can. I know yesterday they did a great webinar on kind of virtual selling for both life and annuities. So if you didn't get to see that webinar, go out to our YouTube channel, check it out. Some great sales ideas there. So with that, I am going to get started today. We're going to just go through a few quick intro slides. I'll go through these pretty quickly. Again, jot down your questions. I can answer those later. First thing though is our new producer bonus. You know, when you first join IAMS, maybe you're new to IAMS or considering joining IAMS, one of the first things you have available for you is a new producer bonus. So for your first 6 months of being with IAMS, you can qualify for one of these levels. As you can see, there's a lot of different options here, different levels. So you can choose to cash out at 100,000 if you choose not to go there and want to go for the next level. You can do that. You're getting close to that 6-month mark. Talk with your marketer, see what level you got to, and see what marketing thing you'd like some assistance with. So great way. We think this is a great way to partner with you right off those first pieces of business, give you some assistance with marketing, whether it be mailing, seminars, radio, a website overhaul, you know, a lot of great things available. So if you're curious if you qualified, you know, give your marketer a call, or if you're just getting going, want to see where you stand, your marketer or accounting can get you those answers. After you're done with your new producer bonus, we do move you into a marketing reimbursement plan. So for every 100,000 of annuity premium you write, and you get $100 in your marketing reimbursement account. For every 100,000 of single premium life business you do, you get $200 of marketing reimbursement. And for every 10,000 of life target premium, that's equivalent to $200 as well. So just a great way for, as you're writing business with IAMS, to earn marketing dollars to help pay for your next marketing campaign, or you know, making improvements to the office, or whatever you need, or whatever's going to help you grow your business. That's really what this account is for. So it is a reimbursement program. You pay for the expense, send it in. We do a reimbursement wise. Another program we do have available here at IAMS is our referred producer program. Referrals are very big in your business, and they are in ours as well. So we think it's important to say thank you for those referrals. So there's a lot of agents out there who don't necessarily want to take on the responsibility of a hierarchy, as then you're liable for chargebacks from your downline and things like that. So this is just a great way for us to put a little money back in your pocket and say thank you for that referral. So when your referee gets contracted, or referral gets contracted with IAMS, it's $50. When they write their first piece of business, it's 100, and then going forward, you'll earn 20 basis points on all the business they write thereafter. So again, just a great way for us to put a little money back in your pocket and say thank you for the referral. So if you got anyone that you're a colleague or a friend of who may benefit from the product services we have available here, feel free to shoot that name over to the marketer you work with here at IAMS, and we'd be happy to help get them on board. I will mention those checks are paid out quarterly, so they are not paid out on a day-to-day basis. It is just done quarterly. Here at IAMS, as part of our name insurance agency marketing service, we not striving to be the biggest FMO out there, but being number one when it comes to service. I think that starts with answering the phone every time you call. So as you know, when you call IAMS, you're going to get a live person every time. The reason we do this, we don't do voicemail, is we want to make sure you get your answers when you need them. Oftentimes people leave voicemails for their marketer at an IMO and don't hear back for sometimes several hours, and maybe don't get your answer you need before your appointment. So the goal with that is that, if you're calling for me and I'm out of the office, you've got 8 other marketers here ready to help you get you the answers you need. We're going to help you with case design, help you get the forms, make sure you're compliant on your trainings. We do submission to commission is kind of what we say on the new business front, helping you from scrubbing the apps to following up on the business, helping you chase down the money all the way till you get paid your commission. So really think that's a great way to support our agents from the back office here. We do have paperless contracting. We are insurance based. So really trying to make it easy for you to do business with IAMS in any way we can. If you're not familiar with our creative department, this department's here for you guys. They're really here to help you grow your business, whether it be with a newsletter, or maybe you're brand new to the business and you don't have a logo or business card design yet. Starting off with those basic things. We can do digital marketing, social media, email marketing, developing websites for you, anything that will help you grow your business. I'm pretty sure the creative team can come up with a way to help you do that, whether it be video, social media. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways that people are doing marketing these days. I know we're filling seminar rooms using digital marketing, so we've really trying to become the expert in that space as well. So if you have the project you're working on, give your marketer a call. You can use if you're doing all your business with IAMS and you've done enough production, these services will be free to you or available for you. If you're just getting going and stuff, there could be some low cost to it, or you could use your new producer bonus or marketing dollars to help cover some of the cost. So if there's something you're working on or have some questions, give your marketer or one of the guys in the creative team a call. They'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. If you're not familiar with our website, www.imsinc.com, a lot of great resources out here for you. I'm just going to highlight couple of my favorites. First thing I will let you know is that we are on our website now. We have a single sign-on for Firelight, which is an annuity e-app solution. A lot of life carriers are starting to adopt it as well. So when you log into our website, you will see one of the tabs says e-app solutions. Under there, you're going to see 3 different e-app platforms. There's one for annuity, Firelight, iGo e-app for life insurance, and then there's a Medicare one as well. So great resource to just be able to log on to IAMS's website and be able to complete those e-apps. You can find forms, run quotes, things like that out on our website as well. I think another great spot for you all in the field is under the support tab. We have our sales resource library. On that sales resource library are a lot of great materials for you all in the field. Anywhere from client presentations, you got a client saying, hey, what's a fixed indexed annuity? Well, under the sales resource library, under client presentations, it's probably a 10-page document of everything you need to know about an indexed annuity. What's a cap? What's a spread? What's a participation rate? Talking about the upside potential, no downside risk, things like that. Great client-facing materials there. A lot of great fact finders out there as well, financial calculators, some marketing ideas. So if you haven't been out to our website, I encourage you to go out there and register. Check out the sales resource library, check out some of the other tools we've got out there. There's a lot of great information out there for you. For those of you who don't know, we do have an RIA in this office as well, IAMS Wealth Management. Charles Jr., Mike Hansen, Sarah, Joan do a great job with our advisors. A couple of years ago when the DOL was kind of looming over our heads, we decided we needed to enter this space as well. So it's really been, IAMS Wealth Management has really been created for the insurance producer. As our industry tries often to shift index annuities into the security side of things or make you be a fiduciary. We want to be prepared if that does happen. So we think it's important that our agents have an outlet for that. So if you're curious about our platform, different money managers, things like that, I'm going to throw up a poll question in a minute here. You can answer yes to that, and that'll just generate a phone call from Mike Hansen later today, just to answer any questions you may have. Also, when I throw this poll question up, I'm going to talk real quick about our soliciting program. Depending on the state you live in, there could be an opportunity where you could, refer your clients. Maybe you don't want to get your license. Maybe you're, studying for your exam and you don't want to potentially lose out on clients, it's a great way to refer that business over here. We can take care of those clients for you. And depending on the state you live in, could potentially pay you a portion of that fee as well. So that does depend on the state you live in. So with that, I'm going to launch this first poll question. If you are interested in either this listing program or just IAMS Wealth as a whole, go ahead and answer yes to that. And like I said, that will just generate a phone call from Mike to answer any questions you may have. I think it's a valuable thing to get your license, though. You go into a house often and client has 500,000 dollars, maybe only 400 suitable for an annuity. If you're not doing something with that other 100,000, you're just allowing another advisor to potentially come in and potentially steal your client. So we think it's a great resource. It's something good to have in your back pocket. So again, if you did answer yes to that, you can expect a phone call from Mike Hansen here in the next 24 hours just to answer any questions you may have. One of my favorite things to talk about is our life and annuity academies. I think this is a great opportunity for agents who are active in the life and the annuity market and looking to increase revenue, ramp up sales. What we do is this is an all expense paid 2.5 day training. So we cover your flights, the meals, the hotels. We usually co-sponsor this with one of our home offices. I know tentatively we have a date on the calendar for May with Athene due to current situations in the nation right now that could be delayed a little bit, but first part of summer we'll be kicking off our first one. Again, we're bringing in 40 to 50 agents. These agents do have to be licensed with IAMS. I will say that the carrier that we co-sponsor this with does get a little bit of a say so in who we bring into the academy. So if there's business that's been sent to that carrier, that would help your opportunities of getting into this. But again, it's not annuities 101. It's not life insurance 101. It's in-depth concepts, techniques, ideas. How can we help you grow your business? So we'll bring in some of our top agents. They're going to share their exact marketing strategies, exactly what they're doing to get in front of clients, and help you put together a plan as well. So if you are interested in attending one of these academies, we do these probably about 3-4 times a year. Go ahead and answer yes to the question. What that will do is get a pre-registration link sent out to you later today where you can register. Again, this is not a guarantee registration. This is kind of a pre-registration. Let us know you are interested. Then your marketer or someone here at IAMS will reach out to you, go over just some of the details and things like that and see if it is something that would be beneficial for you. So we think it's a great opportunity not only to work on a marketing plan, but also be able to rub elbows with 40 other people in the industry doing exactly what you're doing every day. So again, if you are interested, go ahead and click yes so we can move on and then we'll go to the next slide. All righty. Only a couple more things, quick slides here, and we'll jump into the products we're going to be talking about today. Everyone loves trips, right? I love trips. And IAMS likes to partner not only with Athene on this trip, but we've got our own trip we'll talk about here in a minute. But this first trip is to it's a Baja Oasis. We're going to be taking a group of agents down to Cabo, to the Montage down in Cabo. It's going to be later this year, August 26th through the 29th. Qualification did start last July and runs through June of this year, so still plenty of time to qualify. 3 million will get you and a guest on this trip, and that is 3 million of production with Athene, because Athene is co-sponsoring with this. We're happy to have that partnership with Athene and co-sponsor this event with them. So we're really excited about it. What's exciting about it is all the trip credits that count for this trip will also count for our IAMS trip. So we're going to be doing our Top Producers Escape March of 2021. 3.5 million qualifies you and a guest for March 7th through the 11th down in Mexico. So all the premium you're writing for Cabo would also count for this trip. So really, with 3 million of business with Athene, you can pretty much qualify for that trip and almost be qualified for this trip as well. We think this is a great opportunity. So with our top producers trip, there are 2 parts to this. March 7th through the 11th, like I said, 3.5 million gets you and a guest. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to kind of piggyback that with the second part of the trip, and we're going to take top 15 guys to another island in Mexico, March 11th through the 14th. This would be our elite summit. 6.5 million qualifies you. 8.5 guarantees you. 8.5 million guarantees you a spot for you and a guest. Again, we are limited on spots, so we're looking to take our top 15 or anyone who does 8.5 million. But again, 6.5 million gets you in the qualification. So again, great way to get some trips on IAMS on Athene. And again, that premium you write with Athene counts for both trips. And I will mention that it's not just annuity production for the top producers escape with IAMS. All your annuity, your life, your Medicare business, that all earns trip credits. You should get monthly updates where you stand. If you're curious where you stand, give your marketer or anyone at IAMS a call. They should be able to let you know. All right, so why are we here today? What are we talking about? I'm going to talk about a couple different products. Give me just a second. I'm going to take a drink of water here. We're going to be talking about a couple different products today. Like I mentioned, we are going to go through 3 products kind of quickly here. But why we're talking about it, we want to look at some opportunities to give clients some better income opportunities, help them keep up with inflation. And as you all know, the competition gets more and more competitive all the time. You know, one carrier rolls out one type of product. Next thing you know, we got 3 or 4 just like it in the industry. So what I'm going to look at today, if you guys have been in the industry for any length of time, you know Allianz, which we'll talk about them here in a minute. They have their 222, which we're going to dive into and look at here in a few minutes, but kind of had their own space in this market with the 222. And what we've seen recently is a lot of other carriers adopting that similar kind of product. So um, we're going to look at 3 different products today that all similar in the way that they function, just different numbers. So what your clients can expect out of some of these products, we're going to show them opportunities to have increasing income. You know, when I'm talking with clients going into retirement or people looking at their retirement, you know, and I'm asking what their big concerns are, I hear 2 things. They're afraid of running out of money and keeping up with inflation. So with these products that we're going to look at today, we'll not only give them a guaranteed income, but the potential to have some increases as well. You know, a lot of times when we're looking at different things, clients look at annuitizing product or old policies or whatever. You know, when you annuitize or transfer that money into a SPIA, you're giving up all control. So with these products, we're using a fixed index annuity and still leaving that control in the client's hands. We're going to give them an income, though, that does last as long as their life, though. So the first one we're going to look at today is Athene's Agility. With Athene's Agility, the issue ages on this product are 40 to 80. Minimum premium on this product is $10,000. We're going to talk about all these little different features as we go through the next few slides, but the essential of this product is you're going to get a 20% bonus, benefit-based bonus day 1. Your benefit base, which we'll look into more, it has multiple features, is going to grow at 175% of all interest earned. We're going to look at an enhanced death benefit that all these products have. What's really exciting about Athene's product is there is no fee. You know, we got a lot of clients who are fee adverse, just don't like the fees. There's some great options that we have with some of these products that don't have fees. We're going to give them the opportunity to have increasing income. And then Athene's Agility also has a doubler on it for confinement. With Athene, you got a lot of different great strategies. They've got traditional S&P strategies, volatility controlled S&P strategies. They've got relationships with NASDAQ, BNP. Recently, they've added the NASDAQ and then also an artificially intelligent equity index with IBM Watson. Really uses technology to kind of focus on a lot of the larger companies in the U.S. They not only look at their financials, but their health, their the information collected from those companies, and then they boil it down to just 250. The 250 who scored the best in these different categories, that's where the money's invested. So really diving in the technology side of things as well. So really got some unique strategies. I know recently we did a webinar which dove into both the NASDAQ and the Apex strategy. So if you go out to our YouTube channel, Matt Campbell from Athene did a great job covering those. diving into those strategies. So you can always check that out there. All right, with Athene, we're like I said, we're gonna show you some illustrations here. We're gonna dive into some of those features that we saw on that first page. So the first thing I want to point out, we do have to show you a guaranteed. We'll show you the non-guaranteed here in a minute, but essentially looking at all these products, I will say, do require you to have a 10-year wait before you can activate the income. So if you've got a client who says, John, I need the most income in 5 years, this isn't the product we're going to look at. I always describe these products as kind of like my Swiss Army knife, right? It's got good accumulation potential, accumulation. It's got potential for income, and it's got an enhanced death benefit all for no fee. I really kind of think it's for that client who really is not sure what they want. The last thing we want to do is tie someone to a fee when they may never use that for income. So this isn't going to be your product who says, when the client says, hey, I need the most money at this time, we're going to look another avenue for that. This is for the client who says, I really want to see some good growth, probably just pass the money on to the kids, but I might want to take some money out of it. I think that's where these products are going to best fit. As you can see here, this is the guarantee page. We'll jump over to the other one here in a second, but if you look here at this benefit base, the benefit base is 600,000 day one. I use 500,000 for this illustration, and like I mentioned, the Athena Agility does have a 20% bonus on the benefit base. So as you can see, this accumulation value day one is 500,000, but this benefit base is 600,000. And I know I mentioned that the benefit base has multiple purposes. So it serves two purposes. After 10 years, the client can turn this into a guaranteed lifetime income. As you can see on the guaranteed side, 33,000 in 10 years, only because we had that bonus. That's all we really had to go off of. So one, it can be used for income after 10 years, or it can be used as a death benefit, enhanced death benefit. So at the time of death, let's just say you put this money in and Joe Smith dies at age 61. His beneficiary now gets the option. Do you want 500,000 in a lump sum, or do you want 600,000 over 5 years? I think that's a great opportunity for several good conversations. Number one, we're giving them an enhanced death benefit for no fee. But second of all, if you think about it, what time, I think about when my parents go, I'll probably be at one of the highest tax brackets I've ever been in my life. So the fact that I could spread those taxes out over a 5-year period, I think is a great conversation to have with clients as well. Often we also see a lot of clients who can't get approved for life insurance. So being able to position some of their assets into a product like this to give them an enhanced death benefit so they can pass some additional money on, I think it's a good conversation to have. So again, this is showing zero interest. Now let's go into hypothetically, looking at what these have the potential to do. So I illustrated this pretty conservatively. I did a combination of BMP. I put a little bit of the artificial intelligence strategy and a little bit of NASDAQ. And I got about a 5.25% return, annual return is what we're looking at. So again, let's just look at this benefit base and how quickly that's growing compared to this accumulated value. So again, let's just say client passes away at 65. Do beneficiary, do you want 681 in cash? Or I can give you 917 over a 5-year period. I mean, again, that 175% participation, when we're earning 5.25, multiply that times 175%, that's a really nice bump up in our benefit base each year, depending on what we earn. I will say I saw a product, I was doing a review with a agent the other day, kind of prepping him for a review with his client. The client earned like 9.55% last year in this product. Do that times 175. He saw a really nice increase on that benefit base. It's a nice conversation to have at renewal time with your clients. So there's great potential here to earn some, have that not only accumulate value go up at a good rate, but also that benefit base. Hypothetically speaking, we earn 5.25-ish for 10 years. We're looking at, instead of 33,000, we're looking at 65,000 annually for the rest of their life. And then not only that, but then you'll see that we have increasing income. I will mention that the reason this goes up every 2 years is I did allocate to the 2-year strategies. I like to do a lot of laddering when I'm doing strategy design. The goal is to end up with it all in a 2-year strategy, or my goal a lot of times. But what I encourage agents to do is split it a portion in the 1 year, portion in the 2 year for the first year. After the first year, we move all that 1 year money to a 2 year strategy to get the higher participation rates. But then we got 50% of our money hitting every other year. So hopefully every year we see some credits for the client. Every time we earn interest, though, that income is going to go up. So it's got an earnings index increasing income. So 4% interest, we're going to see a 4% bump. So again, great opportunity to not only give them a potential good income, but one that will keep up with inflation as well. At the same time, let's just say another example, client dies at age 75, right? Well, look we've dwindled down our accumulated value down to around 600 now. But at that time, the beneficiary is going to get their option. Do you want 605 lump sum? 913 over 5 years. So some really great things. I also mentioned at the beginning that this does have a confinement doubler. It'll guarantee to double the income account for 5 years or until the cash account's been depleted. The one other thing I didn't mention at the beginning, but this does have free withdrawals on it as well. So for that client who's like, ooh, I can't wait 10 years to take income, it does have free withdrawals years 1 through 10. So it's got 10% free withdrawal available starting year 1. And it's unique because it's 10% of initial premium or accumulated value. So we do, let's just say we take 50,000 out year 1 and earn no interest. They can still get 50,000 out the next year as well, because it is off initial premium or accumulated value. All right, so that is the Athene Agility. I will show you here the payout percentages. Payout percentages are very important. You can have the biggest bonus, best roll up in the industry and still not be anywhere near competitive if your payout percentage isn't there. So I will mention also this is good for both single and joint payout, for both qualified and non-qualified money. We would have to move money like to like if we're dealing with qualified. But if you elect to have the spouse as the primary beneficiary, you can, when you turn on income, elect to have it be a joint payout. All right, second product we're going to look at today is North American's SPDX. It's their Strategic Design X. Again, all these products have the same benefits, features pretty much, with a few different numbers. So North American, their minimum premium is a little steeper. It is $50,000. Issue ages on this product are 50 to 79. With this product, instead of having a big bonus at the beginning, you don't get a bonus, but instead of 175% participation, you're getting 200. So essentially in that first 10 years, any interest you earn, just multiply it times 2 and credit it to the benefit base. It does have the enhanced death benefit feature like the Agility did. One big difference in this product is it does have a fee, 95 basis points a year. We'll talk a little bit why we've got that as well. It does have increasing income options. And again, that fee, a lot of the fee goes into the fact that they give you a doubler, not just for confinement, but if you can't perform 2 of your 6 ADLs. I've used this product a lot for clients who can't qualify for long-term care or life insurance with those benefits. Hey, let's dump a single premium amount in. Let's not touch it until we need the extra care. We'll activate the income, we'll activate the doubler, and we're going to help pay for those costs. So there's a lot of great features about this product as well. North American is more traditional. They're going to use a lot of S&P strategies, both traditional and they've got some volatility control indexes as well. We've seen some great returns out of the S&P Mark 5 excess return strategy this last year. So some great opportunities to earn some nice returns. What also is unique about North American's product is they have this inverse edge trigger, which means when the S&P is negative is when your client earns money. So it's a great opportunity to just even put a 10% into that strategy so that you know that no matter what happens, your client is going to see an increase. It's a great strategy, and I'm not sure of others in the industry like that. So here's North American's illustration. Again, I'm going to show you the guaranteed first, and we'll jump over and look at the non-guaranteed. Again, I put 500,000 in, same ages. The reason they don't look so competitive here on the guaranteed side, I know Athene was around 33,000, is because we don't have a bonus. We're going off of straight 500,000. And we've got that fee kind of coming out of stuff as well. So you'll see here that 500,000 is 500,000. I will point over the far right column here. You can see that doubler that we talked about. Again, that is based off of 2 of 6 ADLs versus confinement, which is a big difference. All right, let's look at the non-guaranteed here. 500,000 going in, again, waiting the 10 years. We're looking at a potential income in 10 years of around 41,000. And then, assuming we earn interest, as you can see, it continues to increase. You're going to have that increasing income. Like I said earlier, with that doubler, let's just imagine we don't take income for several years, or, you know, look at the potential that we have for this doubler to provide them with a lot of extra benefits for that chronic care, 206 ADLs, getting care at home. I think that's really important. So you keep this in your back pocket for that client who maybe can't get approved for those extra benefits, long-term care. Let's reposition some assets, dump it in, leave it there, not touch it until we need that care. Again, product works the same way. Let's just assume at age 74, 75 here, you got accumulation value of 537. Over here, you got 658 in the benefit base. It's again 537 lump sum, 658 over 5 years. So again, great opportunity there to have some additional benefits for death benefit. Here are the payout percentages for North American. Again, increasing income is really what we're focusing on, helping those clients keep up with inflation. They do have a level option where you get a better payout percentage, but again, I think it's really important to talk to clients about inflation protection and having that increasing income. I think increasing income is a topic that people shy away from sometimes. It is a little more complicated, a little more in depth, but I think it's a good conversation to have with your clients because it's something that's not going away. Third product we're going to look at today, I know if you've joined me on this webinar before, I usually have a Lincoln product on here as well. Lincoln has decided to discontinue their retirement safeguard product in May. So we'll be seeing that go off the shelf. So I did remove it from the webinar, but I did put Allianz's 222 in here in replacement. Now, Allianz has been in the industry doing this product for several years now. So you're probably pretty familiar with it. So with the Allianz 222, minimum on this product, 20,000, write it up to age 80. With this product, you get a 15% benefit-based bonus day one. You get 150% participation. You got the enhanced death benefit. There is no fee, increasing income, and it's got the confinement doubler. So it's pretty much like the Athene one. Couple big differences though. Athene has a 20% bonus versus 15. Allianz has Athene has 175% participation versus 150. Those are really the two big differences on Allianz versus Athene. We'll look at one other difference here in a minute when we get to the illustration, and I'll point that out. The one area where Allianz really has a little bit of a lead. As you can see on the screen, there's a lot of different indexing options with Allianz. They've got relationships with BlackRock, Bloomberg, NASDAQ, PIMCO, Russell, S&P. They've got a lot of good indexing options. I think that's important for diversification purposes. So some great opportunities there for interest earned as well. All right, so let's look at a guaranteed page again. So Allianz is going to look more competitive, kind of like Athene did at the front up on the get-go, because you do get that benefit-based bonus of 15%. So you'll see the premium here is 500,000, and as you can see, the protected income value is at 575,000 here. So a little under Athene on that front, just because of the less bonus. Hypothetically speaking, no interest earned, we're looking at $30,000. So a little under what Athene came in, but it's different company, different ratings, different strategies. When we look at this though, when we earn some interest here, you'll see that, we grow at 150%. So as you check out this, let me see here, the accumulated value, you can see this benefit base growing much faster, which is really important. That's where you're going to get that enhanced death benefit. Hypothetically speaking though, we're looking at 48,300 after 10 years. So you'll see it is quite a difference. from what we saw with Athene. And you got to remember the reason being is not really the bonus as much as 150 versus 175% interest over 10 years adds up quite a bit. Now, I did say that Allianz does have one advantage over the other carriers. What their advantage is that once you turn on income with Allianz, your income continues to grow at 150%. So with Athene, your earnings index 4% is 4% bump. Well, if you're in 4% on Allianz, it's a 6% bump. But when I'm doing comparisons with agents, there's a couple things we want to look at. You not only want to look at what the guaranteed is, I think Allianz was roughly about 3 grand behind. But then when you look at the non-guaranteed, yeah, Athene came in at 65, Allianz is at 48. Okay, that's a big difference. Allianz, though, is going to be growing much faster. You really got to break down and do the numbers to see, how old your client is when they're going to turn on income, and will they catch up to Athene or surpass, and how long. There's a lot of math that goes into it. So I see both products sold a lot. Allianz has been number one in the industry for a long time, until Athene came out. So they're really kind of competing for that number one spot when it comes to this product. And depending on the situation, the age of the client, I've seen both of them win in different circumstances. So, if you ever want to see the comparisons, check out the numbers. Give your marketer at IAMS a call, give them the details. We'll run both products for you so you can see it side by side. Again, though, Allianz does have guaranteed lifetime income. Like I said, it does grow at 150%. They do have a doubler on theirs as well. Theirs is based on confinement as well. Again, for no fee. I think, like I said, these products are for those clients who really maybe not sure what exactly they want. You know, um, Again, I always say accumulation, potential income, and enhanced death benefit, all for no or small cost if we're looking at North American. They all have their times where they're going to shine. Um, Allianz also does have 10% free withdrawal in the first 10 years as well. So it's not like you can't access your money in the first 10 years. Um, you can. It will affect, obviously, the numbers down the way, but I've used this a lot for clients who maybe need income in year 8 or 9. Let's show free withdrawals for 2 or 3 years and then activate the income, because then we still get the income rider kind of feature for no cost. I think that's a really nice value. Here are the payout percentages for Allianz. As you see, they do kind of lump theirs together. So if you're age 60 to 69, 70, 79, 80 to 100, different payout percentages as well. So again, it's time and place. It depends how old they are when they get the contract and how old they are when they activate the income. One company may look much more competitive at age, North American or Athene may look better at 78 because, we're at that top edge of payout percentages with Allianz. Where Allianz may look stronger when we're looking at someone turning 80. So your payout percentages are really important. You want to be mindful of those. With that, I didn't have any questions typed in. Thank you all for heeding my advice on that one. The last thing I'm going to throw up here is if you do want information on the 3 products we discussed today or any of them, just go ahead and answer yes to that question. What that'll do is Ashton, my assistant here in my office, will send you a follow-up email today with the brochures, rate sheets, information on the products we discussed. So go ahead and answer that with, oops, sorry. If you do want information on that, I'm sorry, I just screwed up. Oh, there we go. It should be back up. If you do want information on the products, go ahead and answer yes, and we'll get that information out to you. Also, I will follow up with each of you guys individually later today or tomorrow to see what questions you may have. Appreciate you taking time out of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.